So if you have an issue with your Sony TC WE475 tape deck, that one of the tapes is not spooling correctly, or actually both of them are not spooling correctly, that you are not able to fast forward or rewind the tape correctly, then this is probably an issue you can fix with a belt replacement. Let me show you the issue on hand with a test tape over here. So I put a tape in the deck A, and as you can see, when I'm trying to play the tape, it works fine. The tape is running, tape counter is working, everything is as it should be. There's also sound coming from it, everything is okay. If I stop the tape and I'm trying to fast forward, it is trying to do something, but not really doing something. The security system of the deck is checking that something is not right and is stopping. And the same thing should also be happening when we're trying to rewind the tape. Yeah, so as you can see, this deck is not working correctly, and the same issue is also present with deck B. So in this case, this deck is able to play tapes fine, it's also able to record tapes fine, but not being able to fast forward or rewind is something very annoying. And this is what we're trying to fix today. Since we need to take the cover off this tape deck, you must absolutely make sure that it is unplugged, so there is no risk of any electrocution. To take the cover off, you have to unscrew the Phillips screws that are on the side, on each side actually. And there is also one additional Phillips screw over here. The other screws down at the bottom are not important in order to take the cover off, so you can leave them in place. So after the cover is removed, I'm having a look here at one deck so you can better see what I'm talking about. For each deck it is basically the same, so I will only show one side. For each deck we have two rubber belts that are in place and are doing the actual work of the tape spooling and also the capstan. This device right here is the motor, which is spinning, and the power that this motor is generating is transferred to this flywheel over here and also to this flywheel over here. As you can see, those belts are very, very loose, not really tight as you would expect a belt to be. And this is likely our issue, since over the course of the last 20 years, this belt has almost failed. It is still in place, but it's not as strong as it should be. So we have to take it off in order to get the deck working again. To start with our repair, we first have to remove the cable that is in place over here, the white one. You just take it out just to the top, and you can remove it, and then you have free line of sight to the belts. I will tuck away the cable with some tape so it's not in my way. One important remark with how I will do this. There are different ways on how you can approach this. Other people are taking this whole deck out of the recorder and also unscrew the tape motor in order to get rid of this larger belt. If you just pinch this motor to the side slightly, then you can actually see that there is a bit of wiggle room with this stud over here. This is actually enough room in order to get the old belt out and also in order to get the new belt in. You have to be a bit careful, of course, not to break anything, but just putting this a bit to the side will be way easier in order to change the belts than to take this deck apart completely. So this is the route I will be going. So I took the old belts out, and I also put my new belts right next to them in order to compare if there is anything that might be wrong with the kit I ordered. But from what I can see, it looks basically the same physically regarding the belts. On the top we have the old ones, and as you can see, they're not really that flexible anymore. The new one is tighter and is really a lot better. So this is our problem belt that maybe is also the only thing that you actually need to replace in order to fix it. But since we're in there and we have to take this other belt out in order to get to the problem belt anyway, I will do both of them. So let's first change the smaller belt. On this black flywheel in the front, there is a smaller groove at the back of it, and this is where this belt needs to go. So we try to put this belt under the flywheel. It's a bit fiddly, of course, because the new belt is a bit more tension than the older one, but with some tries you will be able to actually do it. And on the other side of the end, you have to put this belt on over here. Currently I'm not in the right position on the black flywheel, so I need to correct this. But this is the idea that you have in order to fix this. So let me fiddle with it a bit off cam, and then I will show you again how it looks like. So right now you can see you're very close to the tape deck. The belt is actually on that groove down here at this flywheel, and on the other side it is also on the smaller wheel, and it's nice and springy, just how it should be. And when I'm turning this one, the other wheel is also spinning. The belt is not turned or creased in any way, so this is just how we want it to be. Now we have to take in the other belt. As I said, we will wiggle the motor a bit to the side and then through the gap to this black spacer you will be able to put it through on this white ring on the motor that will actually drive the belt. The other end of the belt needs to sit on this flywheel and then also needs to contact the other flywheel down here. I will show you when it's done. The large belt is also on the corresponding flywheel and also on the white wheel on the motor. It was a bit fiddly to put this around this black spacer, but it was doable. So when we try to turn this, everything is running smoothly. The belt is not wiggling around in any direction. It's not trying to fall off or anything. And it's also important that this wheel over here with the second smaller belt is also being spun perfectly fine. So this is our indication that we did a good job, and the new belt is also the right one, which is important. And to complete our repair on this deck over here, we have to put in the ribbon cable again. So we just put this down into position. Be very sure that it's positioned correctly, and then with your fingers push it in gently, but also with a bit of force. Try not to damage the circuit board and also not to damage the ribbon cable, and then this one is finished. So we're making good progress. This is deck A. This is the other deck on this tape deck that was having issues, and I also completed the repair over here. the two new belts are on, and when I try to spin it, everything is running smoothly, no issues whatsoever. Everything is running perfectly, and this is exactly what we want. While I was trying to take out the old belt, as you can see, the smaller one disintegrated completely. It's actually not really flexible at all anymore, and it broke. So this was, yeah, a disaster waiting to happen. It's actually surprising that it worked at all. On this deck, we also need to put back in the ribbon cable, and then our repair on this tape deck is finished. We can put back the cover on, and then we will try if it works. Okay, so the cover is back on. Now let's see if this deck works. So I've plugged it in already. Let's switch it on. No weird noises, that's good. So let's put in the tape and see what's happening. Just start with playback. Seems to be running normally, no issues so far. Sound is coming through, okay. This seems to be okay. Playback in the other direction is also working. Let's wait some more seconds to spool back the tape to the beginning, and then the auto stop should work, which it does. So good, perfectly. Now let's see if it's also fast forwarding. Yes, it's fast forwarding again. Woo! Wow. Let's see if it's also rewinding again. Yes, it's also rewinding again. Wow. Okay, that's good. So this one is fixed. Let's also put the tape now in the other side and see if this is working the same. Okay, playback is working. Are we seeing sound? Yes, we are seeing sound. Let's put this in the other playback direction and see if auto stop is also working. Auto stop is also working. Okay, let's see if we can fast forward. Yes, fast forward is working again. And rewind should also work. Rewind also does work. Okay, so our Sony TC WE475 is fixed now and ready for some more years of smooth operation.